Alright everyone, now we're going to look at Mike Hoffman. Now Mike Hoffman is still a UFA out there, yes, a free agent, and he has not signed with a particular team just yet. I heard about 5 teams could be looking at him. So what teams could be looking at Mike Hoffman? They probably like, could you tell me the 5 teams? We don't know. They're not going to tell you that. So let's speculate who could be the teams that can go after it and say, what is the best fit and who has the money? Not just the best fit. Yes, a lot of teams could use him like Hoffman, but do they have the money and the term to do it? That's the question too. 2 things, of course, right? So of course he was drafted by the Ottawa Senators back in 2009. 5th round, what a steal at number 5 in 5th round, right? 130th overall. And really looking at his stats overall, I have to say, he's been a guy who puts about 50 to 60, best season, 70 points. Now, could he get back to the 70 points? I could see it, depending on what team he goes on. Getting out of goal scoring, he does it. He's a wicked shot. Absolutely fantastic. And if you have problems on your power play, this guy could absolutely fix your power play. So, who could go? Who could sign him? That's my question. So, the question is, who is it? Now, let's look at some cap here. Very important. Projected cap space. Right now, the Senators have the most. He's not going back to the Senators. His situation there wasn't the best. That's why he got traded from there. Let's not say he's going there. The Rangers, no. They have to sign some guys. D'Angelo, Strome. They got guys to talk about. They got things to give to. They got things they gotta figure out. They're out of the picture. The Red Wings, I wouldn't see him go to the Red Wings because the rebuilding team, and he would probably want to go to a team that's winning now to win the Stanley Cup. Devils, that would be interesting. They have the money. They could go for a guy like him, and wow, Devils. But you might want to go for a team that's winning now. And they look better this offseason. They've done some fantastic stuff. But they might be like, we have Palmieri, we have Holtz. One day will be coming up as one of the best shooters, the best goal scorer in the draft. That might be an option. The Nashville Predators is another option. They got $14 million. They never re-signed Craig Smith. He went to the Bruins. They never re-signed Mikael Granlund. He's still out there on the market. So they have a possibility in bringing in Mike Hoffman, and that would help out the power play. They need scoring, and he would do that for them. And the power play last year wasn't the best. They really couldn't get anything generated. And that's why they lost out in the qualifying round. Not just that. During the season, they were kind of, really. Until they changed coaches. A big part of that was special teams. Look at the power play. Wasn't the best. Duchesne, Johansson, Forsberg, Alfredson. These guys couldn't score. They couldn't get anything on the power play. So they looked very disorganized. So maybe Hoffman can organize them here and getting someone to pass to and know he's a reliable option to score. So the Sabres are out. I know they have $13 million. They need to sign Reinhart. They have to sign Allmark. They got other things to worry about right now. They're all done. They signed Taylor Hall, $8 million 1 year yesterday. They're set. They got someone. Even if they had the money to get Mike Hoffman, and you already have Taylor Hall, just to tell you right now, he would probably be on the 3rd line, unfortunately, because you have, or maybe Skinner will be on the 3rd line, $9 million. Yeah, doesn't look good, and he would probably not want to go there. A big one he might be going to is the Columbus Blue Jackets. Think about that one. Now, conversations did not go well with Pietrangelo or Taylor Hall, thinking one of them could come to the Blue Jackets, but none of them. Don't worry, don't lose hope, Columbus. You have Hoffman that could do it. Now, could he want to sign there? Now, he's probably looking and say, wow, this team looks really solid. They were really good during the playoffs. I know they lost in 5 games to the Lightning, but that was special for them, for the Lightning. But man, They are a fantastic team. Can I come and help on the power play? Can I be a goal scorer for them? That could be a potential option, and they have the money. And right now they are actually have 13 million. They also have to pay, remember, Pierre-Louis Dubois. Now, would they have enough money to pay Pierre-Louis Dubois at the same time? That question remains. Can they do it? It'll be very up to the cap. Is that worth it? I don't know. What does Pierre-Louis Dubois want? 6-7 million? Maybe around that. So I have to move somewhere else out. Okay, the Kings are another one. 13 million. I don't see him going there. He could go back to the Panthers. They do have the money. They cleared out cap, now signing Dadonov or Hoffman. Maybe one of those guys do come back. Maybe they sign like a Toffoli. The Panthers. That could be a possibility. The Bruins have 11 million. They could be a target to go after Mike Hoffman. Now, the best power play unit in the National Hockey League is Marchand, Bergeron, Pastrnak. Now look at that. Imagine you add Mike Hoffman to that. Now, why do they have 11 million? Troy Krug walked. So yeah, going to the Blues. Bye. Yep, bye. So that gives them a chance to sign Mike Hoffman. Preferably, I would go for a defenseman for them because the big hole on that left side now. Does Charles still come back? Question remains. So, yes, they do have the money to sign a Mike Hoffman. Even the Colorado Avalanche have the money to sign Mike Hoffman. But listen, long term, out of the picture. You have, next couple of years, you have McCall, you have McKinnon. You got guys to sign. And you don't want to spend all your money now. And then you look back and like, uh-oh, what do I do now? You know what I mean? So, that's another thing. The Islanders could sign him, but the thing is, they only have 8 million. How are they going to sign Hoffman and Barzell? Barzell's probably going to take the 8 million up. He's going to take the 8 million. Watch and see. All that 8 million. And I know Gravity was saying Islanders with Hoffman will help. But does that mean they have to move out like a Nick Leddy? Do they have to move out someone else? Preferably they have to. Just sign like a Hoffman, which that might change things up, which you probably not want to do. The Flyers could be an interesting option. Yes, they could go for Mike Hoffman. Man, they could use him, put him on the right side. They could use a guy like that. Maybe even bolster the power play. The power play during the playoffs wasn't the best. So maybe that could help in the playoffs too. Blackhawks, I think he looks and probably says this team is turning into a rebuild almost. I know Taves, King, Keefe, Seabrook, guys like that don't like that. But I have to say, he wouldn't go to the Blackhawks. Canucks, that would just bring him right to the edge. You got Mr. Elias Pettersson to pay. You know Elias Pettersson? Yeah, that superstar. You got him to pay next year. So those are the teams. Montreal's another one. Then have to move some cap out to let him in, which I highly doubt they do that. The team is pretty much set. Maybe bring one more player on the forward group. Cheaper cap hit than Mike Hoffman. So, what's my top 5 teams he could go to now? We looked at many teams. We said no to many. We said yes to many. Which ones? Alright, they're not going to be in order, but here we go. The Predators have the cap. They could bring a guy like this. They can help on the power play. Be fantastic. Next, the Blue Jackets. They missed out on Hall and Pietrangelo. They could go sign him. Next, the Bruins. The Bruins could bring in more goal scoring. Wow, that's amazing, right? Colorado, not really. Flyers. So, 1 is Nashville, 2 is Blue Jackets, 3 is Bruins, 4 Flyers, and it's hard to pick a 5th one. Let's say Panthers. He goes back to the Panthers. Yes, Montreal's not in that. Maybe they go for a Dadonov. I did a video on that last video. Go check that out. I thought it'd be ideal. It really would. It just fits perfectly into the team. So thank you for watching. Have a nice day. NHL News Sports. Let's try to hit 400 subs. See you next. Bye.